Do you guys miss the early days of mobile gaming when you could get some of the best games entirely for free or just pay a one-time small fee and enjoy things from start to finish without any catch-22? Yeah, well, that's all in the past because of course capitalism quickly caught up and we were introduced to the concept of microtransactions or in-app purchases. They seemed pretty harmless at first, but very quickly corporations realized the money bank they were sitting on, and so we as consumers also started accepting them as quality of life upgrades. And just like that, the mobile gaming industry became shallow. It was all about just time gating stuff and progress getting stuff artificially, and the quality for the most part entirely diminished from the mobile industry. And it's been like this for at least a decade now. However, I figured after a long break from mobile gaming, I would put my toes back into the world of mobile gaming and see what it's like. And things are finally looking hopeful in 2024. A lot of revisions and additions have happened that are now making the mobile gaming industry a lucrative place once again, thanks to improvements in mobile hardware, better internet, cloud services, streaming platforms, of course, combined with the demand for microtransaction free gaming. Well, here we are, and let me tell you what's happening. One of the best things to happen to the mobile industry in recent times is the introduction of services like Apple Arcade and Google's Play Pass. You now have access to a catalog of games that are entirely ad-free and in-app purchase-free. These are the two things that we as mobile gamers genuinely hate about the industry. And what makes this so amazing is that, at least in the case of Apple Arcade, you also get an exclusive library of games that you wouldn't normally find on the traditional App Store. And of course, a lot of other games that previously had in-app purchases are kind of watered down or kind of redesigned to be a pure end-to-end experience without any of that. And this is a huge game changer. Now, granted, Google's Play Pass actually has an even larger library than Apple's arcade service, which is always a good situation to have. Competition is always welcome. But the point is that you now can once again enjoy the early days of gaming without constant ads or in-app purchases spamming you non-stop. Some of the games I like to play include mini Motorways for that casual challenge connecting city roads. It's really fun. Or perhaps you want something a little bit more classic, such as a 2D Souls-like experience with Dead Cells. Or perhaps you're looking for a near AAA title experience with games like Oceanhorn 2. All of that, again, is included in a simple monthly subscription. Kind of reminds me of the early days of Netflix, and I really hope that both Apple and Google keep the prices relatively affordable. I am starting to see price creeps, but even at the time of this video, these are genuinely amazing services that I think everyone who's invested in mobile gaming should take advantage of. What really gets me excited as a tech nerd is the fact that we've come to a point now where we can play AAA titles directly on our phone's display thanks to streaming technologies, whether it's PS Remote Play or Xbox Game Pass Remote Play or Steam Link, which is my personal favorite. The fact that we can now directly stream these games from the intended console straight to the display of our smartphone is a game changer. Again, no pun intended. Seriously, I mean, I use Steam Link all the time now. I'm able to play games like Lies of P, for example, comfortably with a near lag-free experience as long as I have a snappy internet connection, whether it's at home or it's outside. The fact that we can now do this is just absolutely mind-boggling. If I told myself this same thing like 15 years ago, I'd be like, what? Don't BS me. I mean, it's crazy how far we've come. And of course, this kind of brings a lot of hope because we now have the ability to play games that were not originally intended for the iPhone or an Android device on these devices without any sort of caveat. And we're getting AAA quality games, a lot of which don't have microtransactions or to a very limited extent. And of course, having large libraries such as Game Pass or Steam, for example, means that we get a large selection of games to play from. Now, of course, not everything is going to be compatible, and it's always going to be dependent on your internet connection. So if you're in an area or region where your network is shady, then, well, you're not going to be able to enjoy this experience, but it's nice to have that ability now. And of course, having the right accessories to go with it can really turn an ordinary mobile phone into a full-fledged gaming device. While a microtransaction-free and ad-free experience is 2/3 of the battle, The other one third is undoubtedly having good hardware, and the fact is that, well, playing on a phone screen can be a bit of a tedious task, and that's where Backbone has your back. Seriously, this portable gaming controller is a total game changer. The fact that you now have a console quality level controller with proper joysticks and all the hard tactile buttons in a very portable form factor alone is enough to sell me on it, but you can also get it in distinct colors, including the black standard color we see here, and a PlayStation edition as well. And thanks to its flexible design, it's compatible with most Android and iPhones altogether. And of course, you can get it in USB-C and Lightning for older iPhones as well. You also get a USB-C or Lightning bypass, which allows you to charge your device while using the controller, and you also have a headphone jack as well. The thing that makes it truly unique though is the Backbone app. It consolidates the game libraries from all the existing streaming platforms that you have, including Apple Arcade or Google's Play Pass, and just puts it in one place so you can see all your games and directly execute them or run them from the Backbone app itself. And of course, you also have the added functionality of now having different adapters so you can actually play with your phone case on, something that wasn't possible with the initial generation. So Gen 2 is definitely the way to go. If you're interested in learning more, I'm going to leave a link in the video description below. And again, if you are invested in portable gaming, the Backbone portable controller is the best thing that could possibly happen to your mobile gaming experience. Now look, the fact is that microtransaction and ad-based gaming isn't going anywhere. Heck, I would even go as far to say that there are still certain games that I enjoy within that world, such as Survival IO. It's a game that I find cool as a pastime, and it's not as greedy as the likes of Supercell's Clash of Clans in my opinion, because you can still play a good chunk of the game without constantly having to buy stuff, but again, it's far from perfect. However, the thing that I'm trying to get at over here is that with certain costs that are one-time in nature, you can really enhance your mobile gaming experience and actually enjoy mobile gaming in the way it was intended rather than the crapstorm it's become in its modern day form. Anyways, I will leave links to all the games that I played as well as of course the Backbone controller in case you're interested in learning more about that. Definitely check it out, and if you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Oh, and if you're playing any cool games on your mobile phone, let me know in the comment section below. Catch you in the next one.